Hi, and welcome to Horror Recapped. Today, we will be discussing the 2008 horror/thriller film titled Lake Mungo. It's a fictional documentary-style story. The movie starts with a series of old pictures with a girl speaking behind the scene about having premonitions of bad occurrences, which may happen, or might have happened already. This girl seems to be Alice, who is the victim of the incident. A distress call was placed to the emergency call service center by a woman concerning a 16-year-old girl named Alice Palmer, who has gone missing. The woman who had placed the call seems to be Alice's mother, June Palmer. After the call was placed, a search team was set up to find Alice by the waterside, where she likely might have gone missing. Alice had gone picnicking with her family on the 21st of December 2005, according to the research team. Mathew Palmer, Alice's brother, was interviewed, and he made it known that he was the last one to have seen Alice before her disappearance. They both had gone into the water, but after some time, Mathew was feeling cold, and he decided to come out of the water, leaving Alice behind. Alice's family members are seated on a chair and are interviewed one after another, each telling their perspective on Alice's death. Russell Palmer, Alice's father, was also interviewed and agreed with Mathew that Alice and Mathew had gone into the water, but a few minutes later he heard Mathew calling out her name. About the same time, June Palmer had also found out about the absence of Alice, her daughter, and they had all begun to search for her. They had called out her name, but she didn't reply. They all had scary thoughts that Alice might have drowned in the water. June Palmer placed a call to her family members, Georgie Ritter, and also Garrett and Iris Long, who were Alice's grandparents, Jason Whittle, whom Alice was going out with, and Kim Whittle, who was Alice's friend. This was a sad night for the family. They couldn't believe that Alice had gone missing. A police officer, Sergeant Sandy Drouin, brought to the notice of the family that Alice's body was found in the water, which was seen in the police footage on the 24th of December, 2005. It was sad news for the family to hear that their once vibrant and happy Alice was now lifeless. June was in despair and couldn't get herself to see the body of her daughter, so her husband Russell went to recognize the body, which seemed to be Alice's. An autopsy was carried out on Tuesday, the 28th of December 2005. A movement was heard coming from Alice's room after her death, and her family tried to make adjustments to that. Alice's family tried to overcome their grief in different ways. June began to have nightmares and began going for walks at night in order not to sleep. June also went to other people's homes just to put her mind away from Alice's death because it was very traumatizing for her. But people misinterpreted her and found her visits to be weird. Russell, on the other hand, became a workaholic and was oblivious to the situation at home, while Mathew joined a music band and began learning about photography from Clive Roy Best, who seems to be the best photographer in town. Mathew began his journey as a photographer and took it up as a personal project to snap his backyard from time to time. One particular day, April 28, 2006 to be precise, the figure of a girl was seen in one of the pictures. The picture brought hope to June that there was a possibility Alice might not have died, and her baby girl might just be out there, somewhere, though the face and figure could not be seen clearly. June assumed it was Alice, especially with the fact that she didn't see the body that was supposed to be that of Alice. Russell wasn't buying any of it, because he had seen Alice's lifeless body before she was buried. However, a DNA test was conducted on the 5th of June 2005. Videos of the past memories of Alice with her looking happy can be seen playing. Alice's body was later reburied on the 7th of June 2005. Since the result proved that the body was Alice's, the family could only ask questions, like who and what was the figure seen in the picture, as they just couldn't place their hand on the exact truth. Mathew soon began to hear noises coming from the hallway and placed a camera there. The footage showed a feminine figure walking across the hallway, which pushed June to seek the conclusion of a psychic named Ray Kimeny. She went for the consultation on the 15th of June, 2005. The psychic later came to June's house on the 20th of June, 2005. Russell was not in support of the idea of a psychic coming to their house, but he finally gave in to the visitation of the psychic while Mathew had placed a camera to film the event. The next day, Mathew brought the footage which showed the same feminine figure they had been seeing around the house. This spurred the Palmers to place cameras within their home, and again the cameras continued to capture images of the feminine figure concluded to be Alice's. Kathy and Douglas Wither had gone to the dam at Ararat where Alice had died, and had videoed themselves all through their stay. The couple had gone through their videos, hoping to find the figure everyone had been talking about. Indeed, a figure was found behind them, but that figure was later found to be Mathew, who had tried to avoid photobombing Bob Smith's picture and had taken another path. This was what was captured in the couple's video, and was mistaken to be the figure everyone in town was talking about. Russell confronted his son and asked him if he was into anything else. Mathew was not wanting to lie to his dad and confessed to manipulating those pictures. Mathew said that he had done this because his mother had hoped that the body found in the river was not Alice, and Mathew had worked on that. He had done the trick by using an old photo of Alice. Mathew said he didn't do it to trick people, but he had done it because he felt something is better than nothing. His mother disagreed with him, saying that he had done that for a particular reason, which he wasn't saying to them. After the revelation, June kept herself and became very private. She didn't want to talk to anyone about herself. Ray and Mathew had gone on a road trip from the 19th of August to the 22nd of August in 2006. During their trip, they had left a camera on to film what was going on during their absence. Again, a figure was found in the video, but June believed it because Mathew wasn't around and couldn't have tampered with it. June kept viewing the previous footage Mathew had manipulated, but found another figure aside from the one Mathew had confessed to manipulating. In the quest of unraveling who was in the picture, June realized it wasn't Mathew, but their neighbor who had squatted in Alice's room. At that moment, all that went through June's mind was what their neighbor could be doing in June's room 6 months after her death without their knowledge. June realized that their neighbor Toohey had come in search of the tape which was found in Alice's safe. Alice was a babysitter to Toohey's 2 children, who were 5 and 9 years old respectively. She had begun the job in 2002. The video showed the two having sex, which seemed to be consensual between them. Russell had noted that it was consensual because the video showed it all. And if it wasn't, she would have told someone, or would have separated herself from others because she would have been depressed. But that wasn't what Alice did. This news wasn't a good one for the Palmers. They had trusted him and were surprised to know someone so close to them could do something like that to them. The family realized that Alice seemed to be different from who they thought she was. June also found the business card of the psychic Ray Kimeny attached to Alice's diary. The video of Alice during her visit to the psychic was played. The video was recorded by the psychic who always made 2 videos, one for his client and the other one for him. The Palmers felt betrayed because Ray was unaware of what they were going through and for some reason couldn't tell them about Alice's visit. The video showed Alice saying she was scared of death and asked, "Isn't everyone scared of death?" She also said she felt something bad had happened or was going to happen, and she was not ready for it, but it keeps coming closer. Alice's diary on the 12th of May, 2005, also talked about the fears she had. This was 7 months before her death. Alice had gone to Lake Mungo on August 25th, 2005, with her friend, but the video there showed Alice looking lonely, while the other girls had fun. This was brought to the attention of her parents by Jason. The video also showed Alice squatting, and it looked like Alice was burying something. Alice's parents went in February 2007 to check what she had buried. They dug into the soil and found a nylon containing a plastic bag, which contained her phone and a bracelet. Her parents felt all of these were linked because those things were precious to Alice, and she had claimed that her phone had gone missing after the school camp with the girls. Alice's phone showed a picture that looked like a ghost and looked exactly like the picture that was taken after she had drowned in the water. After the discovery, the Palmer family became calm, and they felt like a family once again. According to June, the Palmers moved out of the home, leaving behind painful memories of their deceased daughter, Alice. And that's a wrap for Lake Mungo. Let's know your thoughts in the comments section. If you would like to look into other movies with us, be sure to like and click the subscribe button so you never miss a single video. Thanks for watching.